and welcome. As polling day nears, BJP is all set to carpet bomb the state with their intensive election campaign. From the PM himself to several central ministers and star campaigners who will be taking out rallies across the state, BJP will be leaving no stone unturned in the days to come. Not just them, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party are also going out with their top leadership on the ground, including Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal respectively. But Gujarat elections are also becoming dramatic by the day after Aam Aadmi Party alleged that their Surat East candidate was kidnapped and forced to withdraw his nomination by the BJP. Take a look.
High drama in Gujarat. A viral video of Kanchan Jariwala, Aam Aadmi Party's candidate from Surat, being bundled by police and some unknown men into the Election Commission office in Surat to withdraw his candidature, as Aam Aadmi Party members try to free Jariwala from their clutches. Off camera, a man, presumably from Aam Aadmi Party, can be heard shouting, "They have captured our candidate." The video came hours after Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party's leader Manish Sisodia alleged that Jariwala had been kidnapped by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन से दोनों रिक्वेस्ट की हैं कि एक तो पूरे मामले की इंक्वायरी कराई जाए कि आखिरकार वो आदमी हमारे कैंडिडेट कंचन जी गए कहां थे, उनको कौन ले गया था और अब कहां चले गए वापस, उनको वापस से वो बीजेपी के गुंडे कहां लेके गए हैं, क्योंकि उनकी जान को भी खतरा है.
Aam Aadmi Party claims the video is proof that the BJP have forcibly got Jariwala to withdraw. But the BJP released a video in which Jariwala, speaking in Gujarati, claims he withdrew of his own volition.
149 પૂર્વ વિધાનસભા માટે આમ આદમી પાર્ટીમાંથી ઉમેદવારી નોંધાવેલી હતી અને પ્રચાર કાર્ય શરૂ કર્યું હતું. મારા પ્રચાર દરમિયાનમાં અમારા વિસ્તારમાં નાગરિકો દ્વારા મને વારવાર કહેવામાં આવતું હતું કે તમે રાષ્ટ્ર વિરોધી છો, ગુજરાત વિરોધી છો, પાર્ટીમાંથી ઉમેદવારી કરી છે, એમાં તમને સમર્થન અમે આપીશું નહીં. મારા વિસ્તારમાં લોકોનો આવો પ્રતિભાવ મળતા મારો અંતરાત્મા કકલી ઉઠ્યો હતો અને મેં અંતરાત્માના અવાજ સાંભળી આવી રાષ્ટ્ર વિરોધી અને ગુજરાત વિરોધી પાર્ટીમાંથી ચૂંટણી ના લડવાનું મન બનાવીને મારી ઉમેદવારી પત્ર કોઈ પણ પ્રકારમાં દાગ દબાણ વગર પાછી ખેંચી દીધેલી છે એવું આપ સૌ મિત્ર મંડળને હું જાણ કરું છું.
The drama intensified with Manish Sisodia squatted outside ECI's headquarters in Delhi, demanding action against BJP in Gujarat. Whether the Election Commission of India takes any action or not, that remains to be seen. But with less than a month to go for the Gujarat elections, the political battle between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Aam Aadmi Party seem to be intensifying with each passing day. With camera person Ravi Joshi, I'm Tanushree Pandey reporting from Ahmedabad for NDTV.
Now, news about the grisly murder that took place in New Delhi. DNA samples have been taken from Chadha Walker's father. Father's DNA have been taken to cross-check with her body parts found in various parts of Mehroli. Now, big questions remain over hard evidence. Take a look.
As Delhi police try to piece together the gruesome Chadha murder case, they have now sought court permission to put the accused Aftab to a narco test. Cops say that 28-year-old Aftab Amin Poonawala, who killed and chopped his partner Shraddha into 35 pieces, is not cooperating and is not giving them information about Shraddha's mobile phone, her clothes at the time of the murder, and the weapon used to chop her body. According to the police, Aftab told the interrogators that he tried to strangle Shraddha 10 days before her murder, but stopped as she started crying and got emotional. Sources have told NDTV that the police will now match Shraddha's father's DNA with body parts found in Mehroli forest to establish that they are Shraddha's body parts. The father's blood sample has been taken for the DNA test. Forensic examination of Aftab's laptop, mobile phone and fridge is also being done. The accused said that he had wrapped Shraddha's head in a polythene bag and kept it inside the refrigerator, and he used to see the head every day. The forensic team has also found blood stains in the kitchen of the accused. According to the police, Aftab strangled Shraddha between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on the 18th of May. The police have also recovered Shraddha's belongings from Aftab's flat. NDTV has also learned that Aftab's internet search history shows that he looked up the horrific 2010 Anupama murder case in Deverakonda, where her husband murdered Anupama, chopped the body into 70 pieces and froze the parts. While Shraddha's heart-wrenching murder is now being investigated by the Delhi police, the tragic story started from Vasai. On the complaint of Shraddha's father, who lives in Vasai, Manikpur police has called Aftab and questioned him. The police got suspicious after his misleading statements on Shraddha's whereabouts and handed him over to the Delhi police.
आफ्ताब को भी हमने बुलाया था, उससे पूछताछ किया था। कम से कम वो अक्टूबर 2019 से दोनों साथ में रहते थे लिव रिलेशन पे, और काफी टाइम उनमें से थोड़ा छोटा मोटा वजह से झगड़ा भी हुआ तो भी वो लक्ष्मण को बता दी वो लड़की, और उसका स्टेटमेंट, लक्ष्मण स्टेटमेंट और वो आफ्ताब का स्टेटमेंट और उसका कंडक्ट, उस हमें थोड़ा सा डाउट हुआ था।
Before moving to Delhi, Aftab and Shraddha had stayed on rent in a flat in Regal Apartments in Vasai. Dilip Sawant, the secretary of the society, said that both of them had made a rent agreement and lived as husband and wife. The owner of the flat where both of them lived said that they used to fight often.
एग्रीमेंट पे नाम देखो, चारों जन का फोटो था, उसका मम्मी का, लड़की का मम्मी का फोटो था, वो लड़के का पापा का फोटो था, विटनेस थे, सब कुछ था, तो प्रॉपरली पुलिस वेरिफिकेशन का ये था, सब कुछ था, तो इस हिसाब से सोसाइटी ने अलाउड किया था।
वो लोग आपस में झगड़ा करते थे, आपस में ये करते थे, और आजू बाजू लोगों को कोई परेशानी नहीं थी।
In this era of hate, the story of Aftab and Shraddha could have become a model for the society, but no one would have thought of its end being so cruel. With Mukesh Singh Sengar, Sushil Rathi and Sunil Singh, Bureau Report, NDTV.
My colleague Ankit Tyagi spoke to Shraddha's father. Listen into what he had to say.
सर, कितने समय से श्रद्धा और आपकी बातचीत नहीं हो रही थी? कब से आप ऐसा था कि आप लोग बातचीत नहीं कर पा रहे थे?
मुझे शायद 2021 मिड के बाद मेरी बातचीत नहीं हो पाई।
आखिरी बार क्या बात हुई थी कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ कि श्रद्धा और आपकी बातचीत बंद हो गई?
आखिरी बार तो मेरी बात ऐसी हुई कि मैं पूछताछ किया कि कैसी है तू, क्या कर रही है, कहाँ रहती है, कितना पूछ लिया, तो उसने सिर्फ जवाब दिया कि मैं ठीक हूँ और बस यार हम लोग साथ में रहते हैं।
जब पुलिस ने शुरुआत में आपने केस दर्ज किया तो पुलिस ने उसके बाद ये पूछताछ की इस व्यक्ति से जिसके बारे में आपने पुलिस को बताया था, आफ्ताब से?
जी, मतलब उसने कुछ 27 अगस्त को उसको बातचीत की फोन पे, तो वो बोला कि नहीं मैं दिल्ली में हूँ, तो फिर लोकल पुलिस ने उसको यहाँ पे आने के लिए बोला, तो सही नहीं।
आपकी आफ्ताब से कभी बात हुई?
जी तब वो आया 3-4 दिन बाद, तब मेरे से पहले मिला और मैंने फिर पूछा कि श्रद्धा कहाँ है, तो बोलते मुझे मालूम नहीं, वो कहाँ गई, हमारा अभी ब्रेकअप हुआ है तो वो चली गई छोड़ के। तो मैंने पूछा कि फिर ये बात हमें पहले क्यों नहीं बताई, अभी ये लड़का लक्ष्मण उसने हमें बताया, तब पता चली। ये तो 2.5 साल से तुम्हारे साथ रह गई, तो मुझे पहले तुमने इन्फॉर्म करना चाहिए था या दोस्तों को बताना चाहिए था कि श्रद्धा हमसे अभी अलग है, तो उसने टाल दिया कि नहीं वो तो अभी मेरा कोई संबंध नहीं है, तो मैं क्यों बताऊं।
आपको तब शक हुआ कि कुछ इसने शायद कुछ गलत हुआ है श्रद्धा के साथ?
तब से ही मुझे शक हुआ, ये ऐसे बातचीत करता है कि ये मुझे सब झूठ लगा और मुझे लगा कि ये कुछ तो गलत किया है उसने।
अभी पुलिस के पकड़े जाने के बाद, पुलिस ने जब उसको अरेस्ट किया उसके बाद क्या वो आपके सामने आया? पुलिस ने आपके सामने लाया उसे?
जी, उसने कन्फेस किया ना मेरे सामने भी।
आपके सामने कन्फेस किया?
मेरे सामने भी कन्फेस किया उसने 11 तारीख को।
क्या कहा सर उसने?
उसने कहा कि पुलिस ने पूछा कि क्या इनको जानते हैं, तब उसने जवाब दिया कि हाँ ये श्रद्धा के डैडी है। तो फिर दिल्ली पुलिस ने पूछा कि बता दो अभी क्या किया आपने। तब तुरंत ऐसे बोलने लगा कि ये श्रद्धा इज नो मोर। मैं तो वहां पे ही कोलैप्स हो गया, मैं सुन ही नहीं पाया ये सब आगे की बातें। तो उन्होंने फिर उसको जाने दिया।
Switching tracks to some political news now, Congress party in charge for Rajasthan, Ajay Maken, has quit, deepening the fault lines in the already troubled Congress in Rajasthan. Maken is reportedly upset over the rebellion by pro-Gehlot MLAs who didn't attend the CLP called in Jaipur, which was meant to announce Gehlot candidature for Congress party president and a smooth handing over of power to Sachin Pilot, who has been waiting in the wings for a while.
7 weeks ago, Ajay Maken found himself in the middle of a major revolt of Congress MLAs in Jaipur, loyal to Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. Pro-Gehlot MLAs, when they revolted, apparently were upset with the fact that the Congress legislature party was actually called to take away the Chief Minister's chair from Ashok Gehlot and hand it to Sachin Pilot. The breakdown between Gehlot and Maken seems to have led to Maken's decision to quit as parties in charge for Congress affairs in Rajasthan. Maken is also believed to be upset that the party has not taken promised action against the pro-Gehlot rebel leaders. Maken's exit only worsens the climate of uncertainty in the state. 2 weeks ago, Sachin Pilot had questioned the uncertainty, asking for a swift resolution. New Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has yet to take a call, even as Kharge's challenger Shashi Tharoor will not be campaigning in Gujarat. Tharoor was invited by the NSUI, the Congress students' body, to campaign in Gujarat, but despite his high-profile race for the top job, his name was not included in star campaigners, which means he would have to bear his own expenses. This, sources close to him say, has led him to stay away. It signals a clear breakdown of his relations with Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot as Ajay Maken quits as party in charge of Rajasthan just days ahead of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra that is due to enter Rajasthan in the first week of December. And Maken's quitting will deepen the fault lines further in an already divided house. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
Time for a quick break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Some international news now. A Russia-made missile which landed in Poland, killing 2 people, sent alarm bells ringing around the world at a time when Russia unleashed more than 80 missiles in a concerted attack on Ukraine's power supplies, which it aims to cripple. NATO, of which Poland is a member, went into alert with the G7 leaders, led by US President, conducting an urgent meeting.
If it had been a deliberate Russian attack on Poland, the world would be staring at the prospect of a full-blown war between NATO and Russia and Europe. Instead, it now appears that this missile, remnants of which you see, was in fact fired from within Ukraine, which has traditionally used Russian-designed weaponry. The missile in question is believed to be part of the S-300 surface-to-air missile system. A missile may have been launched by Ukrainian forces to intercept incoming Russian missiles. The missile in question flew into Polish airspace for unknown reasons.
W Przewodowie doszło do eksplozji, w wyniku której 2 naszych rodaków straciła życie.
Thousands of kilometers away in Bali, Indonesia, leaders of the G7 met. They had all assembled here earlier for the G20 summit. It was a tense couple of hours before the US president announced that this was not likely to have been a Russian attack.
There is preliminary information that contests that. I don't want to say that till we completely investigated, but it's unlikely in the minds of the trajectory that it was fired from Russia, but we'll see. The incident comes on a day when Ukraine claims that as many as 85 Russian missiles were fired by Russia, blacking out several cities. 40% of Ukraine's power grid has already been destroyed. The mass Russian missile attack comes days after Vladimir Putin's forces were forced to withdraw from the southern Ukrainian city of Kanchan, in one of the biggest setbacks to Russia since the war began. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Former US President Donald Trump on Tuesday announced his candidature for the 2024 presidential election, becoming the only second person in American history to have served as president, lost an election and then returned to the electoral battlefield for a rerun.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Despite facing the blame for the disappointing performance of the Republican Party in the midterm polls, a defiant Trump went ahead with his announcement for the presidency, taking a dig at Joe Biden.
We have a president who falls asleep at global conferences, was held in contempt by the British Parliament over Afghanistan. Thanks to the words of wisdom, he said thank you to the wrong country for inviting him to a major summit on the environment of all things.
But the road to the White House is much steeper for Trump this time. For one, most of the candidates he backed in the midterms lost or performed very poorly. Many of these were election deniers like him, those who questioned the validity of Joe Biden's 2020 win. This has led many in the Republican Party to wonder whether wild conspiracy theories are costing them with voters. Then there is the new rising star of the party, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who may clinch the nomination instead. Surveys show that he is the clear favorite among Republican voters right now. Trump is also facing a number of lawsuits which could derail his campaign.
Most of all, thank you for
Biden, meanwhile, has indicated he may run again. Trump's unusually early declaration for the 2024 presidential election is being seen as a tactic to steal a march on potential rivals for the Republicans' White House nomination. Although Trump is the first to enter the race, he is expected to face challengers including his own former vice president, Mike Pence, and rising Republican star Ron DeSantis. Parmeshwar Bava for NDTV.
Now, the Civil Aviation Ministry today said that the use of masks is not compulsory during air travel, but passengers should preferably use them amid declining number of coronavirus cases. Till now, the use of masks or face covers while traveling on flights was mandatory.